Hello, welcome to another Zwift race. This is fresh out of 2024, and I've no idea how to pronounce this, but I'm just gonna say BRAEk-fast, crits and grits, I think it is. And the new course is designed for ZRL. So this is the 690 plus pen. It's the Friday day race if you're in the UK, and it's also the HCT club race, where the HCT team compete for a GC time across the series. So I was expecting a hard start here. I was expecting a hard 2.5 minutes. I mean, this is effectively category A, and this was swamped with A plus riders. We've got 35 in the pen today, which is pretty good for an A race, and promising based on the new categorization or the new ZRS score that might be coming from the new year. So I was expecting basically an all-out chase for 2.5 minutes to get to the top of this climb. But I planned 600 watts with a bit of break in between. I'd warmed up with a couple of intervals at 500 watts. So I think 4 intervals at 500, 600 watts, just to kind of get my legs used to it. And it was actually a little bit milder than I expected. And we get to the top of the climb in fairly good shape. See 600 watts there, just pushing up on the steeper bits and trying to get some draft where I can. This is the steepest bit, so save the feather. Back up to 600 watts there. Push on this steep bit, and let's grab that front group. So that was a little bit easier than I expected. It all comes back down together here, and we'll skip through some of this now until the next bit, because it's pretty much downhill until we enter the city. Here we are back in the city, and we're just coming up to the Clyde kicker and get around this corner. This is a short climb where you've got to be prepared to get out of the saddle and sprint, especially in those upper categories. Here we don't start too aggressively, but I'm the first to go orange, then a few others go. Got my feather out open. De Groot gets some separation. I really don't feel the need to follow that. We're at 315 watts for 5 or 6 minutes. There's some A plus riders in here. I'm sure it'll come back together. And I'll use the anvil that I've just picked up. And for the rest of this sort of section through the city, it's just about drafting and holding momentum and sort of staying at the back of the group, but pushing over those bumps to keep your position in the pack. So just going to slow it down here. One rider gets kicked from the race. I think that is LM for obviously kind of using some kind of dodgy power. But this is always a tough section. It's a 1-2% and at some point towards the end 3% climb, and people can push the base here, which can stretch things out, and you've got to make sure you're just got to push your way to the front, I find, or just behind the front when you get to this roundabout. And here you can see someone is got a feather and they're making a move, but again, solo move, even if one or two people bridge that's 13 kilometers, and we've got a lot of fast rolling terrain to come. We're going to go around those loops. I wouldn't want to be doing those loops on my own. So just keep pack position here. No need to panic, and stay in this group. The corkscrew is always great fun. There really is no need to do much work down this. You get fast speeds down here. You just want to sit at the back and go in later than everybody else. It's all about the watts and the time saved at the beginning. You can just reinvest at the end to make sure you're not dropped off the back. Here we are for 4 loops of I think they're calling this the Loch circuit. It's very fast, very rolling. There is a bit of a bump, but again, the gradient's not that steep, so you only need to sprint for a small amount of time, or just get out of the saddle. So I won't bore you with all of this. I don't think you need to see all 4 laps. We kind of just go round and round, maybe lose 1 or 2. There's some separation here and there, but with the anvils and the feathers and these as power-ups, this pretty much comes back together. I think this loop this kind of crit style loop is mostly designed to tire you out before the final climb. Here we are coming out for the last time. This time we'll turn left and we'll go through this through the sort of reverse way through the corkscrew. Again, this is a matter of getting out of the saddle and pushing. Not a full-on sprint, but just build power. Stay near the front, but not on the front. It does look like we've got a couple of riders and maybe another group that have got away through there. But this is a long, drawn-out climb, and then we've got the final Sker South KOM to do, so I'm confident that we'll bring this back together. And really it's just going to come down to this last minute, and I'll slow us down as we go turn left at the roundabout for the final 1 kilometre. And unfortunately I didn't manage to pick up a feather. I got a lot of anvils, so I'm just going to have to use the anvil down that bump. It's a bit of a wasted power up really, because it doesn't work uphill. And so now this is all just leg power. There are people pushing, there's a few people off the front. It's 800 meters to go. This is going to, we're over a minute away from the line here, I think. So I don't really want to blow myself up. I quite like building power while others fade, so I'm trying to stay near the back, and the plan is stay in contact with the group, use the draft that is here, because we're doing 37-38 kilometers an hour, and if I can build power in those last 400-300 meters while others are fading, I might be able to pinch a result. But it's getting a bit stretched out. I think there's others with the same idea, so can I power through this back around this last bend? And I think I've left it a bit late there. I think I've let this group get away. I really need to be closer to 700-800 watts now. Back down, and yeah, I think I'll settle for where I am. In summary, yeah, really enjoyed it. It's a very punchy course. Suits my style. You can see I managed to get away with 3.7 watts a kilo there. While yeah, look at some of those numbers in the top. You can really punch above your weight on this course if you know how to draft and you've got good anaerobic power and good ability to recover. So yeah, great fun course. Didn't race this in ZRL, but really enjoyed this. So Thanks for watching. If you do get a chance, I would highly recommend racing this, and it'll help you improve your sprinting and recovery. So thank you. Bye bye.